Pierre Poilievre is back at it again, exposing Mark Carney for the awful job he's done in this first 6 months as Prime Minister. So I got a short little video here for you guys. It's from Pierre Poilievre's YouTube channel. And it says, Mark Carney just needs to stay away. Or get out of the way, rather. All Prime Minister Mark Carney needs to do is get out of the way. So Pierre's going to explain this. Now, before we get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow the channel. I really appreciate you guys for doing that for me. So let's have a look, and then we'll talk about it.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for coming. I'm responding today to the news that Premier Danielle Smith has been forced to set up a government corporation to build a pipeline because Mark Carney and the Liberals have scared away all of the private businesses that normally build pipelines with their own money. While Canadian pipeline company Enbridge builds 2 pipelines in the United States of America, and TransCanada Pipelines is investing $8.5 billion building projects, again in the United States of America. And Imperial Oil shuts down its Calgary office, killing 900 jobs. No major private company is willing to build pipelines to ship oil under this Liberal government in Canada. Why? Because Carney and the Liberals have kept in place their laws that ban increased production, pipeline construction, and shipping of oil off the northwest BC coast. These projects should be built by private investors because they are wildly profitable. They should be money-making projects for both the industry and paying taxes into the government. Instead, after a decade of Liberals and under the weak, incompetent leadership of Mark Carney, business is losing money and taxpayers have to bail them out. It's the simple thing for Mark Carney to do is get out of the way. Get out of the way. That is literally the only...
Say it a little bit slower so that Mark Carney can understand you, because I don't think he understands. And that's what the Liberal government altogether doesn't understand. They don't want to get out of the way. They want to get in the way to cause more harm, to cause more damage, more censorship, Bill C-8, for example. They want to be a big part of your lives. That's called government overreach. That's what the Liberal Party does, and they've been doing it for at least 5 years. They talk about our Charter of Rights. I mean, what a joke. Mark, did you see that yesterday? Mark Carney in question period? I posted a video of it yesterday. And he's talking about charter rights. But yet he won't put criminals in jail. Doesn't that violate the victim's charter rights to be as safe as possible? And if someone violates your right to, be alive, you should be, or they should be put in jail for a very long time, if not forever, and that's not what happens here. You want to get put in jail for a long time or have the threat of being put in jail for a long time? Just get charged with mischief. Then they're coming for you, protesting the government's ridiculous mandate, which violated people's Charter of Rights. And they want to give Tamara Lich and Chris Barber 7 to 8 years. They won't get it, but they shouldn't be getting anything. Mischief it's like a slap on the wrist. It's what you give a 17-year-old for spray painting something on the side of a wall somewhere. Or I guess not, let's say 19. You have to be 18 to be tried, but let's just say a 19-year-old gets caught spray painting something on the side of a building. That's mischief. You're not going to get 7 to 8 years for doing that. You might get like some community service, or you got to, repaint the wall or something like that. They're not going to give you 7, 8 years in prison, but if you protest what the government wants to do, even though they're violating your Charter of Rights, they want you punished. They want to be in the way, not get out of it.
The only thing Mark Carney needs to do to get pipelines built in Canada. I'm going to say that one more time because we have massively overcomplicated this. Mark Carney needs to do one thing for pipelines to get built. Get out of the way. We have trillions of dollars of investment that is waiting to build resource projects in Canada. We have more workers than jobs who are happy to do the work. We have businesses headquartered right in Calgary, Alberta, that have been building pipelines for literally a century. All they need is permission. Who is denying that permission? The federal government. Hence, get out of the way. Let our pipeliners build pipelines. We don't need another office. We don't need another press conference. We don't need another law, another regulation, another set of bureaucrats to meet. We don't need a committee to talk about all the things that can't be done. We just need Mark Carney and the Liberals to repeal their anti-development laws and taxes and get out of the way. So that's what Conservatives are calling for. Let's get out of the way and get building.
And he's absolutely right. And that's why he had to say get out of the way so many times, because he knows Mark Carney is not hearing him. Well, Mark Carney hears it, but let's be honest, he's just ignoring these calls to get out of the way, because he is not here to get out of the way and let things get done. He is here to have it his way or no way, which is the continued destruction of a country that used to be pretty damn good. Remember, like in the early 90s, I mean, I was just a little kid, to be fair, but in the early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, things were fairly good. Not perfect. But boy, what a regression that we have come across in the last 10 years. Since, let's just say 2010, let's look at the housing market. Renting has, it's basically tripled. Like, how does that happen? How do all these criminals get out of the jail? Bad policy from a horrible liberal government. And I have these conversations with people, and I'm getting really sick and tired of the whole, well, they're just incompetent. I don't believe that. I'm not saying everyone who's been to university is necessarily smart. Some people can just be good at, like the whole book smarts thing, but don't have a lot of common sense. I refuse to believe that every single liberal politician, and most of them are educated, I refuse to believe that they're all stupid. If you want to destroy the middle class, you don't just come in here and destroy it and just take everything away and tell the people that's what you're doing. You manipulate them, you fearmonger them, you divide them. Which is what the Liberal Party has done. And then they pass horrible bills while we're all fighting with each other. And next thing you know, crime's up, immigration's through the roof. Housing, renting market, insane. The job market sucks. It's them to blame for it. They write policies to make our lives harder. Their job is to make policies, considering the paychecks they get come from our tax money. They should be doing right by us, and they won't. It's the opposite. This is all being done on purpose. This is not incompetence. This is evil. There's more than enough evidence if you open your eyes. And a lot of people they got their head in the clouds. Well, I don't care. I heard Pierre Poilievre's mean. I don't like him. People say he's like Trump. Oh no, Trump. Then their TDS comes out. And they vote in a globalist banker. The rich old white man. Remember when liberals said they didn't like rich old white men? They don't like rich old white men, but they sure love voting for them, don't they?